Welcome back to hashtag SR76 for the 1976 Stingray. So I'm going to start cataloging everything that needs to happen with the Corvette. Get a list. We've already talked about the interior. You've already seen we got the unit in here. I still have a problem with getting that to stay attached to the actual rocker button, but we'll figure that out. It's pretty simple. It kind of rocks back and forth. I just got to figure out how to get that to stay at the bottom of that. Maybe I'll figure something out. The other ones seem to stay fine. The big chore is going to be changing this all to black. That's going to be an issue. It's going to take some time. But as you can see, it's so grungy, it's not going to stay. New door panels are going to have to be ordered. This one's almost serviceable. You can see it's the deluxe one with the carpet and the trim and the wood grain. This one's almost serviceable. The other one's not, but there's just no way to turn these black. You have to order them black. And I don't really want to order the standard, but I might. We'll see. Price is an issue, but again, my favorite spot are the handles and the knobs, so I think that's kind of awesome. The other big issue is going to be wiring. Now, as far as I can tell, everything, there's no huge wire issue. And this is almost as simple as my 73 and 70 Mustang. I mean, you got speaker wires running to the back. You've got a couple cords. You've got one cable running across to the back. Underneath the dash, I haven't messed with that yet, but there's some map lights, vanity lights, and some issues there. That's all stereo stuff. According to the owner, that switch is for the heater blower fan. So that's probably going to be a mess. So what you realize now, just by having this conversation, or at least I do, is that this is all going to have to come out apart, and that's okay. This is already black, so I don't have to worry about that. Black panels are out there, they're available. If those are in good shape, I should be able to paint those. Steering column is going to be another issue. Not sure what to do about that. Probably a way to paint that up. These panels are all replaceable. I can find them. They're not cheap, but they're out there. The panels on the top, I think I can handle that. Those will have painted. These probably need to be replaced. They got some cracks and some nastiness on there. And all the window trim in the back we can get. That's mostly broken. These, they sell these. They sell the whole hinge set. That probably should be replaced anyway. Those are kind of cracked and beat up. What else? I'm testing out a set of seat belts. They are not retractable here. Oops, sorry, I got my hand away. They're not retractable here. They just mount here. And I think they should work. Or they mount here and they work. I don't know. We'll figure that out when they get here. So I'm thinking they probably just mount at the top, and I can do away with these mounts, with these rear mounts. But I'll see how that works. It says they should work. Not 100% sold, but they have a return policy, so those are coming back. Again, the carpet, I have the black carpet. It's not fitted. It's pretty much straight. And so I'm debating about that for now. Of course, the dash had to be replaced. The pad is not in that bad a shape, really. You take a look at it. Well, I guess it ain't in great shape neither. But it's not that bad. And we'll get that taken care of. Steering wheel is another issue. I don't know if I can live with the steering wheel. That one's pretty trash, and I tried cleaning it and it just didn't work. But that's the goal for the interior. Our seats are going to be black. I was disappointed because I used TMI for my Mustangs, and I was disappointed to see that they don't have upholstery kits for the seats. And I have some out there. Again, those are just super pricey, and they have all the embroidering, so I've got to find a cheaper set. I just like the vinyl. They work real fine, and they're easy to swap out if you need them to. And I'm not looking for covers. I'm doing actually the upholstery with the hog nose rings and all that deal. So if you've looked, you can go back and look and see my ones I've done on my other cars, and they all came out really nice. But that's it for the interior. It's just going to be expensive is my real issue. Weather stripping is going to have to be done. I have yet to pull the tops off. Maybe we can pull the tops off real quick, and we'll take a look here and see what they look like. I'll at least do one. I haven't even pulled these off yet. You can see up here there's a little bit of a issue with the trim, but that's not terrible. All right, so I pulled the top off. You can see there's a little bit of weather stripping here. That's all looks good. The weather stripping up on here looks really good. I don't see any real issues with that. A little bit of crusty glue there, but those all look good and solid. What's not good and solid is this. Now these just Velcro in, not lightly Velcroed in, but you can snap those out. No, it's not actually, what's like Velcro. So those look good, but I think these are in good enough shape where I think to get by, I can just go ahead and give those a paint job. They should be fine. But what I'm glad to see is that the rubber's still in good shape. A little smushed in spots, but I want it to be. And I don't think it leaks, but eventually I'll give this car a wash and we'll find out if it leaks or not. That's cool. I'm glad I got those off. You can see the trim around here is all still solid. A little bit of crack there. You can see that sagging there a little bit. We'll figure that out. Oh, it looks like it's got some, we have to remove that trim and get that prop back up again. It looks like there's a bolt in there, a little screw in there with the bolt missing. Hard to see at this point. Yeah, you can see it back in there. Chrome up here looks good. Definitely needs some cleaning though. Everything needs some cleaning. And the units look good where they connect. You see a little bit of glue there maybe. But the inside stuff is what looks bad. This piece for the pillar molding is pretty raunchy. Hang on, can I get it on here? Where is it? There we go. Yeah, you see that. But that's we can probably, those are available. I've seen them. I'm not sure what the price was, but they're out there. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I'll pop the other one off and get a look at it, and we'll see what we got going. Shocks are next. Two rear tires are next. And then I'm gonna start looking at the carpet on the inside, and then now we're just waiting for to scrape up some funds for finishing this off. Now I know a friend of mine asked me, so what's the budget? And I never do that. I start looking at what it needs, and then I just start. If I said I had to set a budget, I'd never get a car done. Not that the budget's no option, because as you know, this is the average guy, and I got an average budget. So the budget is whatever I can manage to put together to spend on these cars. And so that's, but I would imagine in the long term, it's going to be, probably about the same as I spent for my 70 Mustang and 73 Mustang as well. Probably together. No, not really. It depends on the pricing and what I can find. So always looking for used parts. If you got something that looks good, you got any black pieces for the interior and you don't want them, give me a shout. And I will take them off your hands as long as it's all reasonable. All right, that's it for now. All right, here's a little interesting tidbit. And the previous owner did say it needed shocks. Well, these are air shocks. And I'm not a fan of air shocks necessarily. And if you look down here, you can see they're pretty old air shocks. See if I can get the light exactly right. And this is the rubber that would inflate. Now, I'm not even going to mess with that. They just need to go. But that's old. And it doesn't